विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् परमानन्दमाधवम्। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। Prem pranam, everyone of you. Okay, so Sunny is also here. Ma'am, Sunny. Good. So hope all of you are doing really well. Let's begin with the revision of what we did in the last session. We were doing the the seventh chapter of Shrimad Bhagvatgita. So I'll quickly question so that we try to sum up all the information that we have gathered so far. The very first question, please answer all of you all, is that what is the name of the seventh chapter?
Gnan Vignan Yoga.
Yes, very good. It is Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Now, someone please also tell me what is the meaning of this?
Is it yoga through the realization of divine knowledge?
Yes, absolutely. Perfect answer. So it is the yoga. What does yoga mean? It means the union. Union with Paramatma or the Supreme Being. Union with the Supreme Being through realization of divine knowledge is called Gyan Vigyan Yoga. So basically, if we were just giving the meanings of the two words, Gyan means knowledge. Okay, so what does Vigyan mean?
It's wisdom, no?
Yes, it is wisdom. So Gyan and Vigyan are like saying they are the two steps. The more in-depth one is Vigyan, which is the wisdom that arises out of knowledge. Okay, so in this chapter, we spoke about the two dimensions of God's energies. What are the two dimensions?
Material and spiritual.
Yes, very good. See. They are material and spiritual dimensions. So, Sri Krishna also mentioned that all the creatures are the same as he is, or he is among all the creatures of the world. He gave a very good example for us to understand. What was it?
Did Shreja Maharaj compare everything in himself to like beads on a single thread?
Yes, that was the example. So I hope everyone is also recollecting that he says, as in a single thread, beads of various dimensions and designs are strung. In the same manner, Shri Krishna is that single thread upon whom the entire creatures of the world would rest. They may have different bodies. If you look at the body of an ant and an elephant, it differs so much. But the soul which lies in all of them is but the same. So that is why he says they are beads of different designs and dimensions which are strung on the same single thread, and that thread is himself. From where does the universe originate and where does it dissolve back? From where does the creation begin and dissolve back? Merge back. It's a quite simple one because as compared to your whatever you are answered so far, this is a very simple one.
The creation begins and dissolves in Shraj Maharaj.
Yeah. We're doing Gita, and Shri Krishna says that,
Vidushi.
yes, it is into himself, that is Shri Krishna himself, that the creation begins from him and the creation dissolves him. So it is Shri Krishna. Okay. What is his material energy called?
Maya.
Yes, it is called Maya. Very good. So all this we have done. And now coming to the revision of the verses, this was from the introduction that I was asking the questions. In the very first verse, Sri Krishna says that uh, how can one know Sri Krishna, the Supreme Being, completely? Please come on to the first verse. You will find the answer.
With the mind exclusively attached its surrounding
Yes.
reality through the practice of Bhakti Yoga.
Yes, absolutely. So when the mind is completely surrendered and to Shri Krishna, you're engaged in Bhakti Yoga, which means in devotion, you will be able to know Shri Krishna completely and your mind will be free from any doubt. So he started the chapter by saying that. Then further, he also mentioned what is the ratio of the people who strive for perfection and who actually get perfection.
1 in 1,000.
Yes, 1,000. So, among all those individuals who even think of striving for perfection, only a few, you can say 1 in 1,000, will actually attempt to strive for perfection. And from among those 1,000, only one person will actually get or attain perfection. So, this is the ratio which Sri Krishna had mentioned. Now, please give me the answer. What are the 8 components of his material energy?
Earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego.
Yes, very good. So, all these are the 8 components. 5 are the elements, as you said, the earth, water, fire, air, and space. And you add to it the mind, intellect, and the ego. These 8 are the components of his material energy. Now, what is his superior energy?
Is it the Jiva Shakti, the soul energy?
Yes, yes, absolutely perfect. It is the soul energy or the jiva which is there. If you all remember, dear friends, I had given the example of a toy car. A toy car is completely made up, but if you do not insert the battery, it will not be able to function. In the same manner, the entire body which we have is made up of the 8 components of the material energy. But if the soul energy does not enter into it, the body will not be able to function. It becomes inert. I'd also mentioned to you all, if someone looks at the dead body, the corpse, in that dead body, it has got all the uh, elements, all eyes, instruments, etc. of the body are the same as what we have. What differs in a dead body and someone who's alive is that the soul energy in us makes us function, makes us move, makes us animate. However, that dead body, because it does not have that soul energy in it, that is why it is a mere instrument. It is inert. So this is the big difference of the material energy and the superior energy, or you may say the life energy. Further, uh, Sri Krishna has also mentioned that the entire creation is manifested by him, it gets dissolved in him. He manifests everything by using these two uh, energies of his, the lower and the superior. Please remember that. And then he also spoke about in the seventh verse, the beads strung on a thread. Then he begins to give examples. He says, I am taste in water. On the same lines, please give me the answers. What is he in the sun and moon?
The radiance.
The radiance of the sun and moon, right? Yes, very good. What is he in the sacred syllable Om? Oh, sorry, I did it the wrong way. What is he in the Vedic mantras?
He's Om.
He is Om. Om is the sacred syllable as per the Hindu mythology. And he says, I am Om in the Vedic mantras. Then he says, what is he in the sky or the ether?
The sound.
He is the sun. Very good. What is he in humans?
The
You have to
ability.
look. Yes, yes. It is in the eighth verse. It is ability in the humans. In earth, what is he?
The pure fragrance.
Very good. He's the pure fragrance. In fire,
The brilliance.
very good. He's the brilliance and fire. Then he says, in all beings, what is he?
The life force.
Very good. The life force. What is he in the ascetics?
The
In the
penance.
ascetics. Yes, he is the penance. Very good. Again, he says, I am the eternal seed of all beings. What is he in the intelligent?
The intellect.
The intellect. So, if you all notice, dear friends, he is saying that whatever is the suprememost or whatever is the distinctive feature in those things which we just now mentioned, he says, I am that distinctive feature, or I am that main energy in the sun, the earth, or whatever he has named. What is he in the glorious?
The splendor.
He is the splendor, right? And what is he in the strong persons?
The strength devoid of desire or passion.
Yes, very good. He's the strength, devoid of desire and passion. Similarly, he also says, I am the calm or the sexual activity. However, it is the one which is not conflicting with any virtues or the scriptural injunctions. So far, I think we have done up till the 11th verse, and now we have to proceed from the 12th one. So, Sri Krishna says further, the three states of material existence, the three gunas. Does anyone remember? Until I share, you all can just try to recollect. What are the three modes of material energy?
Tamagun, Satagun, and Rajagun.
Yes, very good. So, what do we call them? What are these modes called in English? Anyways, don't stress too much with it. I will just mention. So, as you all can see, the three states of material existence, or the three gunas as Pranay mentioned, they are the mode of goodness, which is Satgun, the mode of passion, that is Rajogun, the mode of ignorance, it's Tamogun. So he says the three states of material existence, the three qualities, are manifested by my energy. And he makes a beautiful statement. We need to understand it. It is quite in depth. He says that all these three modes are there in me. However, I am beyond these three modes. We really need to understand what he means to say. He means to say that I am the master of these three modes. I am not controlled by these three modes. I am not affected by them because he says that I am beyond them. So, because Sri Krishna, the Supreme Being, is talking here, he has made the entire world. He has the material energy, which we just now spoke about. That material energy, when it comes in contact with these three modes, the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, all the things or all the creatures of the world, they enliven, they become alive. You will see that there is a combination of these three modes in each and every one of us. The ratio, however, differs. Someone may excel in the mode of goodness, whereas someone else may be very ignorant. So, in him, the mode of ignorance will be higher than the rest too. In someone, it might be so that all the three modes are more or less equal, say 1/3 of everything. So, each one of us has got the three modes. And, dear friends, they are not stable in us. Many a times, the mode of goodness becomes more predominant. Many a times, the mode of passion becomes more predominant. Many a times, when we feel lazy and lethargic, you will notice that the mode of ignorance in us becomes more predominant. Now, let me tell you a very interesting fact. If you all are wondering, how can this happen in us? I'll give you the example of Ravan. We all know Ravan, who had kidnapped Sita, who was killed by Sri Ram, rather, who was liberated by Sri Ram. So, Ravan was an ascetic at the start of his life. He did so much of penance and he pleased Lord Shiva. As someone does penance, they will be rewarded by a boon. Shiva gave him some boons, because of which now Ravan, instead of continuing with the mode of goodness, he entered into the mode of passion because he was overwhelmed by the boons that were given to him. He thought, I am the most powerful. Time came when he saw Sita, and he was a scholar of the scriptures. That also is another fact. So, despite of being a scholar, despite of very well knowing that what I am thinking with an evil mind will be dangerous for me, but he was overwhelmed with the strength of the boon that he had. And due to which he happened to challenge Lord Sri Ram also. So, what am I trying to say, dear friends? That the same Ravan, if you see, when he was deeply involved in tapas, in penance, he was in a state of goodness. But after being overwhelmed, he entered into the mode of passion and he kidnapped Sita. Everyone were telling him that this is wrong. He knew himself that it was wrong. However, he still kept on ignoring all those facts. This was his mode of ignorance. So you see how the same person in his life enters into different modes, all the three modes. The same thing happens to us. Like while I am trying to impart the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or Vani to everyone, this is the mode of goodness in me. Suppose that I feel lazy, I enter into the mode of ignorance. Suppose I am trying to gather more and more knowledge from my Guruji, that is when I enter into the mode of passion. So the three modes in us keep on rotating, my dear friends. It is not stable in any one of us. So, what Sri Krishna has said here, it is very important to mention this example because the next few verses will be understood based upon this example. He says, I am not getting affected by the three qualities, but the three qualities are in me. So, keeping this in mind, let us go one step deeper. If you look at the 13th verse, he says, deluded by the three modes of Maya, people in this world are unable to know me. Who is he? The imperishable, the eternal. Now, how does the three modes of Maya affect one and all? They become like a wheel over our understanding. The wheel, which means there is something which does not allow you to understand Sri Krishna straightforwardly. And you happen to become deluded. That delusion will make you think that so and so is the Supreme Being. You do not know about Sri Krishna. You're not able to understand his personality. Therefore, as we come to the study of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says that do not come under the sway of the three modes of nature. How can you not come under the sway of the three modes of nature? That is, when you have knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or the scriptures, that will help you to go beyond the three qualities of the nature, the three modes. So, in this manner, Sri Krishna is making it very clear for us. All the creatures are under the sway of the three modes. He himself is not under the sway of the three modes. How can he be? Because he is the creator of the three modes himself. So, although the three modes of nature control and delude each and every creature of the world, however, since they are created by Sri Krishna himself, these three modes of nature will not affect Sri Krishna. So the 12th and the 13th verse are about the three modes of nature. Is there any doubt so far? Okay. Okay. So I will proceed. Now, this is a very beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that my energy, Maya, how he is reconnecting all the things. He says, my energy, Maya, consists of these three modes. First, he mentioned what are the three modes. Then he mentioned that the three modes are created by him and therefore do not affect him. Then he mentions all the creatures will be deluded by the three modes. But if you still want to go beyond the three modes, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita will help you do so. Because the uh, wheel which makes you unable to understand the personality of Sri Krishna, that will be removed by the knowledge of Gita, and you will be able to know him. But until that wheel remains, we will not be able to understand him completely. After having mentioned all this, now he says that from where have these three modes originated? They are connected or they have originated from Maya. Maya is his energy. As he has already mentioned, the lower and the superior, the lower energy is Maya. So from Maya, the three modes of nature have originated. For one and all, for all the creatures of the world, it is very difficult to overcome these three modes of nature. But now he mentions the trick to us who are studying Bhagavad Gita. He says, those who surrender unto me will be able to cross it over very easily. For the others, Maya will delude you every moment and she will not allow you to cross over itself. Who can cross over Maya? The one who has surrendered to Sri Krishna. So, very, very beautiful message in the 14th verse is being given to us. Now, I will proceed further with the 15th verse. Have I copy pasted the 15th verse for you? Not yet, right? Okay, I'll start from here. Here is the 15th verse for all of you, and the 16th one. The 7th chapter itself is so beautiful, so amazingly drafted by Sri Krishna, so amazingly narrated by him. It's a very beautiful one. So, so if you look at the 15th verse, he says, four kinds of people do not surrender unto me. Now, what are the four kinds? He's saying the very first time, those ignorant of knowledge. Then the second, those who lazily follow their lower nature. The third, those with the deluded intellect. And those with a demonic nature. So these four type of people, they do not surrender unto Shri Krishna. Those who are ignorant of knowledge, who follow their lower nature despite of being capable of knowing Shri Krishna. Those with a deluded intellect, and the ones with a demonic nature. Okay? Now, after which, in the 16th verse, in the 16th verse, he mentions to Arjun that there are four kinds of pious people who engage in my devotion. These are also known as the four types of bhaktas, devotees in Gita. Very famous verse of Bhagavad-Gita. Let us see. Who are the four kinds of pious people who engage in devotion of Sri Krishna? The first type, the distressed ones. They're called Arth in Bhagavad Gita. In the verse, they're called as Arth. Then, okay, first of all, who are the Arth or the distressed? They are the ones who have got blows after blows from Maya. They are the ones who have experienced so much of sorrow and grief in the world. And because of which they have realized the true nature of Maya. So, since they know the true nature of Maya, they fear Maya. They fear taking birth after birth. Whereas, as against it, if someone who is not distressed, he will not mind to take yet another few births because he is in a comfort zone. He is enjoying all his luxuries. He thinks that being born in this world is very good. But the one who is actually distressed, he knows the true nature of Maya. How she gives hammer blows upon hammer blows to one. So the distressed are the ones who actually do the bhakti of Sri Krishna. Now moving on to the second type, the seekers of knowledge. Quite a few devotees of Sri Krishna, they actually seek knowledge. They're called Jignasu in Bhagavad Gita because they want more and more knowledge. The thirst for knowledge in them is quite in depth. That is why they're called Jignasu or the seekers of knowledge. The third type, the seekers of worldly possessions. Now, these two are like extremes. It sounds like extremes because one is seeking knowledge, one is seeking the worldly possessions. Dear friends, you all might have noticed quite a few people who go to the temple just to demand from God their wish list. If you do this, I will do so and so in the temple. If you do this, I will do so and so. So if you fulfill my wish, O God, I will do this in return. These are the ones who actually want the comforts of the world. They want name, fame, and things like that. The worldly possessions. For the worldly possessions, they rely on Krishna. They go to him and demand a very big wish list. So, Artharthi is the word being used in Bhagavad Gita for them. Artharthi, which means the seekers of worldly possessions. They also do bhakti, they also chant the mantras. But what is at the back of their mind is that we should have the worldly possessions for which they keep on worshipping. The last one is those who are situated in knowledge. That kind of a devotee is called Jnani in Bhagavad Gita. Jnani, which means who is situated in knowledge. Now, please mark the difference. What we did as the second type of devotee, they were the seekers of knowledge, jigyasu. Whereas the fourth type are the ones who are already situated in knowledge. They are jnani. They are wise people. So Sri Krishna says here in the 16th verse that the four kinds of pious people who engage in me, as per Bhagavad Gita, their names are Artha, the distressed, Jignasu, seekers of knowledge. Then comes Artharthi, the seekers of worldly possessions. The final one is Jnani, which means those who are situated in knowledge. So these are the four types. Now, keeping in mind this, I will share with you all the 17th verse, which is a beautiful one, where Sri Krishna mentions whom does he like the most among these four types. Can I also ask you all the question? You'll just have to guess that who among the four types of these devotees will Krishna like or admire the most? You can answer.
Would it be those who are situated in knowledge?
Yes, definitely. They are the ones who are situated in knowledge. So let me quickly give you the verses as well. So in the 17th verse, he says, amongst these I consider them to be the highest who worship me with knowledge. So those who are situated in knowledge, they worship Sri Krishna with knowledge. And therefore Sri Krishna admires them the most. They are his favorites. He considers them to be the highest in the four types. Further, he says, they are steadfastly and exclusively devoted to me. Very important. Steadfastly. Dear friends, we know the word steady. And steadfastly means steadily. So, the devotees who are deeply immersed in knowledge, situated in knowledge, they become steadfast. They become steady in this knowledge. They're unmoved. They're unwavering. So Krishna says, he has mentioned two things here. Steadfastly devoted to me. He also says exclusively devoted to me. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, while and again we will come across this word, exclusively devoted unto me. What does it mean? It means all those who worship Sri Krishna, they may also worship the others. But Krishna looks at those individuals, those devotees who are one-pointedly devoted to Sri Krishna only, exclusively, they will worship Sri Krishna, knowing that he is the supreme being, and worshipping Sri Krishna is the end of everything. Then you need not wander to different places, to different gods and goddesses. In Bhagavad Gita, he will while and again mention what is the importance of being exclusively devoted unto him. So he has begun to introduce the word who are exclusively devoted unto me. In Bhagavad Gita, it is called Ananya. The one who is exclusively devoted is the Ananya Bhakta of Sri Krishna. So please mark, this is very important. He is saying that those who are doing my worship, being situated in knowledge, who are doing it steadfastly, and who are exclusively devoted unto me, I consider them as the highest among the four types which he mentioned. He adds by saying that I am very dear to them, and they're also very dear to me. So, very quickly going on to the 18th verse. All those who are devoted to me are indeed noble. Of course, they are. But those in knowledge who are of steadfast mind, whose intellect is merged in me, and who have made me alone as their supreme goal, I consider as my very self very important. So, all the four types which he mentioned are devoted to him only. Yet there is a difference of the categories of their devotion. Krishna says, the ones who are exclusively devoted to me steadfastly, who are merged with me, situated in knowledge, they are the ones who consider me as their supreme goal. And such devotees I consider as my own self. They are not different from me. So please remember this, because when we begin in the next session, this will be a very important question. Based on this, we will proceed with the further discussion of the verses in the next session. So for today, I will only keep it till here, and I'll quickly question from whatever we did in today's session, starting with verse 12. What are the three states of material existence?
Goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Yes, thank you. So, are be manifested by Krishna? Yes. Is Krishna under the sway of these three qualities or the three modes?
No,
He is.
Krishna's not.
it's beyond them.
He is. Yes, he is beyond them. But the three qualities are there in him. Now, these three modes of nature, call it the three qualities, they delude everyone, every single creature of the world. So, these three qualities come from Sri Krishna's lower energy. What is the lower energy called?
Maya?
Maya. And these three qualities will not allow the creatures to completely know Sri Krishna as the Supreme Being who is imperishable and eternal, because they act as a wheel in the understanding of the creatures. When I say wheel, I'm just making it clear. I am saying VEIL, which means something which comes in the way and creates an obstruction. In the 14th verse, he says, how can one cross over Maya?
By surrendering to Shri.
Yes, surrendering to Sri Raji, to Sri Krishna Ji, one can cross over Maya. Otherwise, the three modes of nature will conflict and create hindrance, will create hurdles in their merging back into Krishna. He has mentioned about the four kinds of people who do not surrender unto him. Who are the four types?
Those who are ignorant of knowledge, those who lazily follow their lower nature, those with the
Yes,
deluded intellect, and those with a demonic nature.
yes, perfect. All these are the four types. Then he mentions the four kinds of pious people in the 16th verse who are engaged in his devotion. What are they called? Those who are engaged in devotion, what are they called? Or you can just give me the English translations also, it is fine.
The distressed, the seekers of knowledge, the seekers of worldly possessions, and those who are situated in knowledge.
Perfect, sir. Yes, very good. So, can you give me the corresponding names in Bhagavad Gita? Anyone, if you remember, the distressed, what are they called? Okay. I'll just repeat it for you all. They're called Artha. In Bhagavad Gita, they're called Artha. The seekers of knowledge are called Jignasu. The seekers of worldly possessions are called Artharthi. Artharthi. And those who are situated in knowledge are called Jnani. Okay? Now, in the 17th verse, whom does Sri Krishna consider to be the highest among the four types?
Those who worship Sri Krishna with knowledge,
With knowledge and
who are exclusively devoted to him.
yes, and steadfastly devoted. Please do not forget. So, please make a note of that. Those who worship me with knowledge, steadfastly, and who are exclusively devoted unto me, they are considered to be highest. He says, they are dear to me, and I am dear to them. And finally, we did the 18th verse today. All those who are devoted to Sri Krishna are noble, no doubt about it. But whom he has mentioned as the highest just now in the previous verse, Krishna gives them special importance. He says that those who consider me as their supreme goal of life, I also consider them as my very self. Very important verse. Please ponder over it a little bit in your free time, because Krishna gives him so much of importance that he considers them to be his own self, his own very self. Self is the Atma in Krishna. That is the level of importance he is giving to the fourth type of devotees. So, dear friends, I think we've done good enough for today.